Hello, everybody. Welcome to Weebo Ruins Everything. I am your host, Weebo Jones, and with me tonight...
Weebo Ruins Everything. That's a stream title.
Actually, no. It's Women Are the Fucking Worst, Weebo Live, featuring Chaos Eve. That's the actual stream title. I kid you not. But welcome my co-host this evening, Chaos Eve.
Yay!
Hi, guys.
I asked her to join me a little bit last minute because I didn't have an idea to do this until literally while I was sitting at work testing operating systems for optimality.
You messaged me at what? To like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock this morning?
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, what are you doing?
Idea.
I'm like,
we're gonna talk about
streaming
women and how they present an issue. And not all women, hashtag. As a woman myself, I can appreciate myself while dissing the rest of the female gender.
As a woman who adopted the woman moniker.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, not all women. Point A, point B.
What was that?
Hashtag.
I thought it was like this, and I was like,
this is not.
I was like, Weebo.
Not me signaling about scissoring, all right?
It's good, Weebo. That means something completely different. I don't know if anybody told you.
My boyfriend gave me a look. Like, do you have something to say to me? No, all right? That was not me signaling to the rest of the audience. No. Don't you hint, wink, wink at the audience for me. That's my job. I have a peanut gallery in here, as well as another peanut gallery. I see we have Lady Stanfield in the chat. We have Grim Granners, The Memes of Destruction, Flicker Springs, Joe Lander, De La Hayes. How you doing, gentlemen? Oh, your boy Pat. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Gentlemen. Today we will figure out exactly why women are the worst. And in order to do that, we will have to delve into the dregs of the internet, the lowest of lows, the slums of where it is that all good things go to die.
4chan.
Can you guess where that is? No.
Twitter.
No. Reddit.
Oh, that too.
And I
oh, you actually pulled up the Reddit. Oh, okay.
I sent you some of the links that I was intending to use on here. Most of the stuff that we're going to be looking through is going to be the Reddit. Of course, I will be sticking to some of the more innocent stuff that I am certain does not have anything sexual in nature related to it, because I would hate to have to go back through this stream and edit out some wonky ass dick pics, etc., etc. If I'm seeing a dick pic, I'm gonna have a fucking fit. I'm just saying.
Wait. Why would they post dick pics?
I have no fucking clue. I'm assuming the worst.
Oh, God.
I don't think it's going to happen because, like I said, we're staying far, far, far away from the posts unless you would like to peruse them on your own while we're doing this, while I'm talking and reading.
I could screen them for you.
Yeah, you could, if you want to screen. That's why I needed a second person.
I'll be Weebo's filter so she doesn't have to look at dicks.
Yeah, if you would like to screen the posts for me.
Because we all know Weebo doesn't care for dicks.
Yes, we all know Weebo does not like dicks. It's the worst thing ever.
Weebo doesn't like dicks.
I don't like sneaky dicks.
I don't like sneaky dicks.
I don't like sneaky dick.
Oh, okay.
You're a sneaky dick?
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Just slither my way into you.
Did you hear that? Did you all hear that?
I heard that. Good grief. This fucking handbook is 211 pages long.
We're not going to read the whole handbook. Hang on. You're getting ahead.
What did they expect?
Thank you, Lady Stanfield, for the donation. As someone who works in healthcare, I'm very interested in this. So the subreddit that we were going to be diving into today is called the FemaleDatingStrategy. I was introduced to it by a lovely gentleman over on Twitter by the name of David at Discord Spies, for those of you who need the tag. And he had like a whole ass thread about it, and I just, I was sitting on the john at work, pooping on company time. No, I wasn't. But it was a little bit slow there before I picked up the operating system testing, and I'm like, holy shit, some of this is just absolute nonsense. And so I decided, why the fuck not? let's do it. So the first thing that I wanted to go into detail about, and yes, Eve, it kind of spoiled it for me a little bit, but there is a whole ass handbook, and it is 211 pages long, gentlemen. 211 pages long. It's absurd. But there is a handbook for the female dating strategy. It was compiled and edited by Moria Spice. The first edition of several to come, obviously, was published on July 25th, 2020, and I cannot believe that this has existed for as long as it has without my knowledge. And grown, and amassed a whopping... Can I not see how many? Hang on. Can I not see how many people follow this subreddit? Like, at all? Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Whatever. Fuck you, internet. Anyway, it's amassed quite a following. So if you would like to, we can go and read some of the shenanigans in this. We're not going to read the whole thing because, by gosh diddly, we are not here long enough for that. We will not be here long enough to read the whole thing. I just want to read some highlights that just jump out at me. Mm-hmm. We're not going to go and read the disclaimers because I don't really care about that. But
it's just so much. It's so much.
It is so much. And you can absolutely tell that a woman wrote this because it is so much.
You can tell that a woman wrote this.
Sexism alert, everybody. I will be channeling Nana Jones this entire stream, hence the name of
Weebo hates the women's, if you can't tell.
Actually, I don't mind them so long as they're in the kitchen. Anywho.
I mean, so, I can't say that. We're on YouTube. Never mind.
You can just whisper it to me. They'll never know.
I was going to say, I mean, kitchen table's a great place. I mean, the bedroom. Bathroom. I'm just saying, anywhere you could just kind of. Oh wait, never mind.
Anyway, so yes, they have to think through the ideology because I think it'll give us a some valuable insight into the thing. By the way, we will not be posting on the female dating strategy. We will not be harassing anyone. We will just simply be making fun of them here, isolated. So if you feel so inclined to do that with on your own time. Don't do it with the implication that you're helping me out in any way, shape, or form. That's not why we're here.
Don't go saying Weebo Jones sent me because don't say I sent you either, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Because I'm not sending you. You're sending yourself.
Exactly.
And you were sending yourself.
You want to do something stupid, go do something stupid.
Probably banned because this is required reading for the female dating strategy subreddit, by the way. Required reading, which is the first in a long line of problematic language that they use on the entirety of the the Reddit. But we'll get into that. So I would like to read to you some valuable literature, if you don't mind, Eve and company. The number one on the list of, strategies for ideology for female dating, etc., is to be a high-value woman. Now, what is a high-value woman? Let's find out.
High-value woman.
A high-value woman is a woman who doesn't revolve her life around men. She has her own career, hobbies, and a great social life that fulfills her emotional needs. So if she does welcome a man in her life, he better be amazing. A high-value woman also doesn't romanticize men's true nature, and therefore she's cautious around them and wants them to prove themselves to her before she gets emotionally attached. Okay, all right. Let's unpack that. A little bit. Eve, thoughts?
Yes, they are.
That's what a high-value woman is.
Thought. Let's see. He said a high-value woman is a woman whose life doesn't revolve around men. I would agree.
I would agree with
that line. Mm-hmm. Anybody whose life revolves around somebody else probably needs to reevaluate their life because
men, women, dogs.
I feel like having another person
be your own sun in your own solar system.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't even like phrasing it. Well, yes, be your own sun in your own. Be the center of your own life. in the sense that, you know, other people in your life should complement and empower and make your life better, but not be your whole core of your life. I personally went through that. I was married for 5 years, for those of you who don't know, and my ex was the center of my life. And when we split up, it almost destroyed me because I didn't have anything that wasn't her.
Yeah, so essentially, don't let another person become your identity, which I agree with.
To an extent, I can see that as, hey, that's kind of good advice. Don't let your whole life revolve around that. These bitches take it to another level, though.
Yeah, a high-value woman also doesn't romanticize men's true nature. The fuck is that bullshit?
What does that mean?
True nature. Are we talking like, you know, Neanderthal type thinking, like cavemen?
What does that even mean?
I don't even fucking know. What is men's true nature? Is men's like? Is there a glossary? Is there somewhere where I can find out what men's true nature entails? Because they don't really unpack.
I'll skip to the end and find out.
All right, can you screen that part for me and see if we can find that? But then she goes on to say, therefore, she's cautious around them and wants them to prove themselves to her before she gets emotionally attached. Like, bitch. Okay, that's got to go both ways. Prove yourself to him as well. I feel like...
there's no glossary, but I get to the end, and the last chapter is chapter 72, by the way.
72 fucking chapters.
And it's titled The Hidden Benefits of Being High Maintenance, and we'll just have to come back to that.
I can't wait for chapter 72. Gentlemen, are we excited?
This is a treasure trove we could mine for a while, Weebo.
We could. There could be a whole ass series. Sorry, I've had like half of a blue moon. So I'm about to get super giggly about this. All right, let's move on to number 2. If a man isn't chasing you, he's not that into you. Babe?
Okay.
If a man isn't chasing you, is he not that into you?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. Number 2 on this ideology thing is if a man isn't into you, or no, if a man isn't chasing you, he's not that into you.
I would say that with today's womenology, that's not true.
Explain.
Well, some women perceive a man chasing her as creepy, thus it's being really dumbed down nowadays.
Okay.
Not in our day.
Well, I mean, how many times, Weebo, on this very channel have you had conversations about feminism and how men have gotten to the point where they're like, I don't even want to have conversations with women and try to date women because if I come to a woman and try to be in any way suggestive or sexual or anything like that, I'm afraid I'm going to get me too to hell.
Exactly.
You know?
Didn't we just get done with the whole, therefore she's cautious around them and wants them to prove themselves to her before she gets emotionally attached? And I'm like, okay, you're giving me mixed signals. Do you want him to chase you and you just want to play hard to get, or like what's going on here?
I don't know.
Can I have another, please?
Please, sir, may I have some more?
All right, let me actually read the description for this because it goes into greater detail. Although I don't know how much greater you can go into detail-wise for this. A man's role is to be the pursuer, the one to convince you that he's the right man for you. A woman, you don't have to prove. As a woman, you don't have to prove yourself to him. He either sees you and sees your value, or he doesn't. The only thing that's within your control is working on becoming your best self. You don't have to prove yourself to him. Bullshit, cockamama.
I would say define prove yourself.
Prove yourself.
If you feel like you have to go out of your way and change a lot about who you are, wow, that was bright. Change a lot about who you are. No, you're probably trying too hard.
Certainly. But at the same time, right?
But you should make some effort to show you're interested in having a relationship.
Yeah, you can't just be that bitch that comes off as super fucking cold.
I've been in those kind of relationships too, where it's like, I like this person. I have shown them I'm interested in them, but they have decided they don't feel like reciprocating that or whatnot.
Oh shit, you know what I forgot about totally, 100%?
Hmm.
Oh no, I got time. We're good. We scheduled that for 9 o'clock. I'm good.
What'd you schedule for 9 o'clock?
Movie night.
Oh, fuck. That's tonight.
Yeah, that's tonight.
Oops.
Hi, Polly. It's like, wait, hang on. Didn't it have something to do with Polly this weekend? That's right, it did.
I have a donation for the next 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Said, thank you, Six, by the way. Eva's a badass. If you're not subbed to her, you need to get your head examined. Great game streams and guests. She hangs out with cool people like Weebo, Jacob, and Mustafa, and Polydub.
That's me.
Do yourself a favor, sub, like, and share her channel. Eva's good people. Thank you. Thank you so much, Six.
6.
That was a 6?
Mm-hmm.
He just rated my bird.
That's weird because I was saying 6.
Yeah, I know. That was quite interesting because he can't hear you at all. But yes, also.
But you said 6. So.
Well, he rated my burp as a 6, and you were reading a super chat from 6, and I'm about to read a super chat from 6, so it's a small world, I guess. All right, so the next 6 minutes donated to me to say $1 for that coffee fund, which is necessary to have the caffeine to fuel those brain cells, which are depleted by the dummies that infest the IT hotlines. Sub to this girl and buy her merch. She gonna need that coffee money, y'all. High fives for Eve too. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I do need coffee funds. It's a hard job. It's a hard knock life. All right, let me tell you. Dealing with stupid people all day, every day, 8 hours a day, is a struggle. Is a great struggle. Number 3, most straight men aren't relationship material for you. So what the fuck are we supposed to do then? Babe, most straight men aren't relationship material for me. What's that about?
He's like, I don't want to say the wrong thing here.
So I think you do need to engage in the butt stuff more often.
I got it.
God
in
damn
order for
it.
this relationship to be successful in any capacity.
Sorry, I'll call my boys.
All right, he's got boys. You got boys on standby.
Oh, please, they're already in queue.
They're in cute. Okay, so let's read this. The majority of the advances you receive from men are not of any value because the majority of them are from men who only want to use you for sex. Many men are sex-driven, low effort, and entitled. You know, I could say the exact same about a lot of females. Have you seen... Eve, you've been on Instagram, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
You've seen bitches where backgrounds are literally littered with clothes and food and shit and moldy toast and what the fuck ever. You've seen that kind of nonsense before, have you not? And those are always bitches who have decked themselves out to the nines because it's
the bitches got their makeup looking on.
They can't be bothered to pick up that fucking plate and put it in the sink for one evening.
Fucking makeup artists and shit, just looking like I'm so cute. Look at my titties poking out, and look at how tight my tummy is. Look at my ass is so thick. Oh, I'm so hot. Look at and they just can't even fucking clean up their goddamn room.
And then they're like, they're posting in that exact post. They caption it with like something like, PS5 or a night with me, gentlemen.
It's like, at least hide that shit. Like, at least take it against a blank wall or in a room that you've actually. Oh, wait, they don't have a room they've actually cleaned up. But
I especially love when the mirror is nasty as fuck and she's like, it's okay, they won't see it. They will only see this.
Photoshop is a thing, people.
This is why horny police on Twitter is a thing, and they are doing the Lord's work. The Lord's work. All right, number 4. As women, we have the responsibility to be ruthless in our evaluation of men. We do ourselves and humanity no favors, allowing men to exhibit subpar behavior and be rewarded with our attention. Thus, be ruthless in cutting off men who add no value to your life. Happy, emotional, security, financial, and that's the long and short of it, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? I would go as far as to say, cut toxic people out of your life. Men, women, turtles. Fuck the turtles. Don't fuck the turtles. Please. No, if you're gonna take that stance, you know, being ruthless about cutting toxic people out of your life, because I'm interpreting this as the most generous way that I can. because the rest of this is not going to be super generous, let's be honest. But if you're going to cut toxic people out of your life, don't just stop at men. All right?
Yeah. Yeah. Cut toxic women out too.
Lightsaber all them bitch-ass people. Wise words. Wise words. But yes, if you're going to cut toxic people out of your life, do it across the board. Don't be sexist about it. Come on, that's not going to help you. How is that going to help you? That bitch at Kohl's who won't stop talking mad shit about your eyeliner, all right? She's no bueno. Kick her. Kick her to the curb. Get her out. You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Isn't that was a 2, by the way? He's not listening to me.
Well, I was trying to be courteous.
I don't mind.
Okay. I'll remember that.
Communal space, babe. I'm being obnoxious as fuck right now.
I thought you were going to say knocked up. I was like, excuse me?
No. We have a plan. We have a... let's see. It's 2020. And I am 22. We have about 6 more years left.
6 good years.
You hear this nonsense. Anyway. Number 5. Don't have sex before commitment has been established. If you're looking for a relationship, or before he has demonstrated value and investment, if you're looking for friends with benefits. Now, while I am of the mindset that you shouldn't have sex with somebody that you don't want to spend the rest of your life with, personally, I don't think that that is a universal standard that everyone should keep. That is my personal standard. Everyone else can do fuck all if I care. Except you. You can't bang people. Just me.
Hmm?
You can only bang me.
Yes. And the boys.
Them's the rules. Bitchy says, cut toxic people out of your life, but I like watching Ranting Monkey and Jack. That's fair.
That's fair. I will allow it. Polydub, that bitch at Kohl's talking about your makeup. What? That was oddly specific. What I missed. Oh, just cancer.
That bitch at Kohl's.
That bitch at Kohl's. You want me
That
to
bitch at Kohl's.
Well, okay, no, that comes from a place of I will be at Kohl's tomorrow with not that bitch, but a different bitches. My bitches. My home slices that aren't on the internet. So we're sidetracking here, all right, Holly? We need to get back on focus. See, this is why we can't have conversations, because it turns into like a 6-hour like whole ordeal with like woohoo.
This is why we can't have nice things.
He gets it. Anyway, if a man is really into you and sees you as girlfriend material, he will commit to you in 2 months or 3 max. If you're looking to have a dependable friends with benefits, you must still require investment from him so he provides you the respect and fun times that you want. What requirements? What? Literally, the whole point of a friends with benefits situation is that you get the sexy fun times without the commitment at all. You got a constant source of dick without the extra steps needed in a relationship to maintain that constant source of dick. So what required investment is there for friends with benefits situation? I don't understand. I'm only basing this off of what I've seen in the movies. One movie. I can't remember the name of it.
10 Things I Hate About You? Or
not 10 Things I Hate About You. What is it? Oh, the whole premise was that they were friends with benefits. She was a doctor.
Oh.
He was a script writer.
Friends with
think-
benefits?
Was it Friends with Benefits? Was that the actual name of the movie?
I
It
don't know.
might
For
have
the movie, yeah.
Was Ashton Kutcher in?
Yeah, that was Friends with Benefits.
And it was his girlfriend in that 70s show, whose name escapes me now. Fuck.
Mila
Chet.
Kunis.
That's what you're here for, right?
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis? She wasn't in that movie, was she?
Yeah.
Thanks, furiously. Friends with benefits. Oh, she was in that movie, was she? Oh, she was. Maybe it was. No, I don't think it was No Strings Attached. Yes, it was, because Justin Timberlake was in Friends with Benefits. No Strings Attached was Ashton Kutcher.
Connection.
And the female lead in that was Natalie Portman, Polydub's favorite woman of all time. So there were literally 2 movies about this subject. Anyway, sorry.
I'm sure there were more if you just search Pornhub.
I do want to comment.
I've been there
this is a
before.
bit of an aside to what we're talking about. Everything I'm going through reading seems like they got it off like the most incel looking shit I've ever seen on the internet. Like they found like the most incel people on the internet. Like the guys who are literally raging about how women suck and they're awful and shit like that. And then they turned around and posted this stuff in here as like, they're like reverse incels. These women are like reverse incels.
Are these the bitches with the pussy power that I've heard so much about from the incel community?
Yes.
Oh, are these the bitches on the cock carousel, or are these not those bitches? Are these different bitches?
Like we knew they existed, but we thought they were just feminists. No, they're these bitches. There's a new evolution of these.
This is the next step in the evolution. All right, we got one more number in the ideology stack to go through, and it's number 6. Generous men are a non-negotiable. While we believe in having our own career, making our own money, a man still has to add financial value to your life and make you feel like he can take care of you. This means not splitting the bill and not dating financially challenged men. Wow. 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 Can someone say gold diggers much? Like,
yeah.
honestly, truly. This is some shenanigans. Like, all right, he has to contribute financially to your existence, but sucks to suck. What are you bringing to the table, ma'am? Ma'am, you can't just show up to the birthday party without a gift for the host.
Oh, but they bring pussy. It's okay. They're deigning to have sex with you.
Vagina is not the gold standard. Gold is the gold standard.
Oh, but that's the thing is that these bitches. Don't worry.
We're being disputed. Pussy is the gold standard. Okay.
Much rather be paid to do pussy.
You made me sound like a prostitute.
Only for me.
Is that what the price for dishes is? Hi, chat. Should I drink? Yes, Jetix, you should.
Always.
You really need it.
Hot fucking shit diddly. All right. You said chapter, what was it, 72? Holy shit, this is some literature. Now, come back. I need to zoom in.
There's one positive thing here, like some girl whose boyfriend, it's a TikTok video like a minute long about this girl's boyfriend took care of her during cancer. Well, she had cancer.
Yeah.
And it says, you deserve to have someone who takes care of you, heart emoji. And I'm just like, yeah, if you give back what you're wanting there. Like, I'm not going to assume that he just was always like this and was just a gigantic simp for her. I'm assuming that she did something for him as well to show him that his investment of his time and energy and love into her was worth it. You know, even when your partner is sick or not able to take care of themselves, they still find ways that show you that they are grateful and they love you and things like that. You know, even Skull said it right there. You get what you give, damn it. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Precisely.
These bitches acting like they're entitled to it.
It's a team effort, all right? You are not the queen bitch. You are the partner in a relationship. If that's what you're looking for. If you're not, you're still a partner with benefits, okay? Literally all you have to bring to the table is your pussy. He has to bring his dick. That's it. Nothing else. Nada. That is the agreement. Unless you sign a contract, in which case it's different. What I'm getting at here is this is extremely toxic thinking. It's morphed into something of entitlement. It's funny that they say that low value men are the ones that are entitled, when quite literally this is an entire amassment of entitled women thinking. Like, hot diggity shit. I cannot. I physically cannot. Which is why I'm drinking. So chapter 69, always a great chapter to stop at. I just happened to stumble upon this. To those that call us entitled princesses. That's not quite what I would go for, name-wise. I'd go through something a little bit less generous. But, I mean, there are limits to what I can say on the internet without getting banned. All right, I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, so let's read this, since we're all male lurkers here, apparently. I've got a message for you male lurkers. Even the most educated, caring, trustworthy, attractive women I know have spent most of their dating lives getting their asses run by men. These women weren't exactly high maintenance either, despite their huge pool of choices and the attention they get. They made a lot of allowances because they felt a spark, because they saw potential. These women are considered high value, who ticked men's never-ending boxes. The majority of their dating lives follows a similar trajectory. Constant disrespect, hurt and disappointments, making them get far tougher on their standards and far less likely to make allowances for men who wouldn't do the same for them anyway. They would rather stay single and healthy than try to raise a man-child, change a cheater, or fix a broken man that will only leave them once they get on. I got something to say. Y'all need to be hanging out with better men. If that's literally the entirety of your experiences.
Just looking at the list of resources they have here, the book list for
the book list, the reading list, the required reading list. Yeah, it's
personal development books, dating books, childhood trauma. Don't get me wrong. Individually, I think some of these things are good. I think they have some good ideas here about, making sure to put yourself first and not worry about, relationships and stuff as much to find your value. But at the same time, they take it to a step further of being entitled, and that's just, it's not okay with me.
It's like, okay, all right. Life isn't about you never having to get hurt. I wish it were. I wish that, the entirety of the universe revolved around my existence and my alone, and that everything in the world possibly that could hurt me was just punted right out of the galaxy, and everything that I wanted just magically came true, and I didn't have to commute 40 minutes to work, and everyone I wish a lot of things. All right, let's just get down to the brass tacks. Life isn't fair. You do have to cooperate with people. That's part of the human experience, is that you have to engage with other people on a level that you are both mutually agreeing to. That's part of the fun, actually, is coming to a compromise with the person that it is that you're dating. Right, babe?
Yeah.
Think you agree? Compromise and respecting the other person and realizing when you fuck up and when you should be saying sorry instead of "fuck you, bitch," or "fuck you, you little scrote," which we'll get to, by the way.
Yeah.
There is room for humility in your relationship. You're not perfect. You will never be perfect. Just because you have that gold standard ass pussy does not mean that you have to have all of the things. You got me?
I got you.
Can I be more clear? Because
Yes.
I can be. I will go that extra mile.
You're clear as mud right now.
Shit, chapter 69 is a bit much. Let's just skip that.
Wait. I want to say chapter 60.
Chapter 69 goes on for several pages, apparently.
Oh, I just thought you meant the subject matter was not safe for...
No. It's fine. It's all text, which is why I'm safe. Modern Medusa wrote this?
Wait, where?
Chapter 69. Modern Medusa wrote this.
That's spelled differently. And considering Modern Medusa is an MRA...
Yeah, I'm like, wait, hang
That's
on.
like not this... Can't be the same one.
It's
let's
double.
be clear.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was surprised. I was like,
For men, lovely ladies, for men's issues. Okay, let's be clear. I was in the calendar, by the way, kids. If you didn't know.
You were in the calendar?
Yeah, I'm actually. My month is coming up here.
Oh, seriously? I did not know
can-
that. I was
I think I
invited
can
to
show it now
participate
since
in the
it's-
pinup calendar, but it's not my thing, you know?
I was Miss
Because
November.
I'm one of them lovely ladies, but I'm not.
I was Miss November.
I don't know, because it's Medusa with a snake.
I mean, Medusa, snakes.
Yeah, so that makes me think, hey, maybe, but I don't.
Medusa would be associated with snakes because the snake hair.
I
In
know, but hey, you're right. You're right. I'll look into this later. I don't think it's the same Medusa, but I don't know. That threw me off. That threw me for a loop a little bit because I know Medusa.
It's probably not the same one.
Um,
I'm just gonna say.
Okay. Chapter 72, the hidden benefits of being high maintenance. Oh, Jesus. This is such bad advice. Like, ladies. I can give you the single best piece of advice. All right. After my, what was it? Sophomore? No. We were freshmen when he broke my heart. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
After my freshman year breakup with the guy who had been in a relationship for 6 months or so, I went into full-on, like, lady empowerment mode in the sense that I was just all about my happiness and getting over said ex and living my best life, you know? I hit that confidence streak and I just rode that train all the way to Hogwarts. And that was apparently when I was most attractive to people, because that's when Boyfriendo came into the picture and decided he was just going to be like, third time's a charm. Fourth time's the charm. He asked me out 4 times before I said yes, by the way. So pursuance does pay off. I will say that. What I'm getting at here is it was around that time in my life when I could just not, like, every other week. You want to go on a date, Weebo? You want to go on a date, Weebo? You were not the only one, babe.
Yeah.
But you were the only one for me at the end.
Yeah.
So romantic. I'm going to tell that story at our wedding.
Have you rejected me 4 times before you said yes? Are you really sure?
Maybe not that way.
How many times are you going to reject me before we get married? It's going to be the same amount or equal.
I thought I was
equal
proposing.
Equal or more.
I thought
Equal
I
or
was.
greater.
I thought I was proposing.
Are you?
Am I?
I don't fucking know.
We gotta figure this out. Eve, we'll have this discussion later, but we gotta get back to the hidden benefits of being high maintenance.
Uh-huh.
There are benefits?
Apparently, there are, how many pages is this section worth? 2 pages worth of benefits.
I'm following the modern Medusa rabbit, so.
Okay, let me know if anything fruitful transpires. So, I'm just going to skip the preamble because I don't feel like we need to waste our time with that nonsense because the meat and potatoes is right here. When you're high maintenance, the following happens. You feel better about yourself. You feel more confident, secure, and overall happier. Excuse me, hot shit, bitch. This is beer, and it is beer. You care about yourself, your body, mind, emotions. You take care of yourself. You know who you are, what you want, and what you like. You also know what you don't like. You're not so easily distracted because you know yourself. You also carry yourself with an air of having a purpose, like you have a destination. People, not just men, but everybody, absolutely pick up on that. Okay, all right. I wouldn't say this is high maintenance. Being attuned to your own self is not high maintenance. Knowing what you both don't and do like when it comes to shit isn't necessarily high maintenance. It's when you go out of your way to inconvenience others in order to get what you do and don't like that you become high maintenance. Does that make sense?
Yes. It's about how you. It's nothing wrong with wanting something. It's how you behave when you don't get it that
Yes.
to me determines how you if you're high maintenance or not.
Somehow being white high maintenance weeds out predators, riffraff, and other low value man by avoiding the things they like dating apps, going Dutch. What does that mean, Eve?
Splitting it like 50-50. If like you and boyfriendo go out to dinner and you both pay for your own food, that's going Dutch.
Lesbian who's the male in the relationship?
No, I think it's when you split it. That's what Eve said.
Split.
See, my first thought this is your doing. My first thought about going Dutch was when you fart under the covers and you just put your partner's head underneath.
That's a Dutch oven, and that's different.
Dutch oven.
That was my first thought. This is your fault.
I will take all the credit.
Whoever this modern Medusa person is, she's posted metric of fuck tons under cultural misogyny, our female dating strategy. So she's posted a crap ton.
Okay, now I know what going Dutch means. I did not think it was butt stuff, Lion Patriot, and you can't fool me. I know better. Sleeping together on the first/second date, not planning dates, coffee dates, drink dates, last minute dates, low effort dates, etc. Not planning. You don't miss a secret unicorn. All of these men would have happily exploited you and with no remorse if you were not high maintenance. What's wrong with coffee dates and not planned dates and last minute dates? I literally, babe, did I not literally show up to your house in a dress last minute? Like, bitch, we going out.
But that was your idea, so it's not misogynist.
Oh, because I did. It's not misogynist. Okay.
Right.
I like the spontaneity of that. I'm okay with that. That's a good time. That's like, all right, I just like had this inspiration and I need to take you on this journey with me. Let's go. Like, you're the first person I thought of when I was like, let's do the thing. So let's do the thing. Yeah, anyway.
Like I said, there is glimmers and hints of actual like good advice here.
Yeah.
Like Cavalier said, there's nothing wrong with having standards, but they have to be realistic and achievable. There's nothing wrong with knowing what you want and being confident in that and not being afraid to ask for that. There's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, I highly recommend that to most people, to be assertive and just to come in and say, my life got so much better personally when I started going, this is what I want. This is what I know I like, and this is what I'm going to reach for. Now, I also have to be cognizant of making sure I don't step on other people in the process to get what I want, and hurt others in the process. But at the same time, as long as I'm, there's nothing wrong with striving to achieve your goals.
Yeah, you can achieve happiness while still being considerate of others. That is possible, unless your idea of happiness is the utter destitution of the rest of humanity, in which case that's not compatible.
And I don't consider that high maintenance, though.
No, it's not.
Assassin, you're talking about feminists, but these aren't even the feminists on Twitter are bashing these bitches.
These bitches
they're going
so extra. The feminists don't even want that.
The feminists are going, what the fuck are y'all on?
Wait, which wave of feminism? This could be fifth wave feminism. Just saying. I mean, there are
let's ways. Hope not.
The first wave of feminism does not accept the second wave of feminism, does not accept the third wave of feminism. Wait, I think I skipped a wave because I thought we were on third wave feminism, right? So that means that this would be fifth wave feminism.
I missed fourth in there somewhere.
I think this is the fourth wave of feminism. I think I jumped the gun a little bit.
I thought fourth wave was like, we are the men. I don't know. I've tried to see it broken down to a meme, and I don't know what fourth wave is.
Us women deserve all that pussy.
I mean, lesbians.
Just because you were lesbian doesn't make you a less of a being. All right, continuing on.
You better stop.
Eve, I'm a beer and a half in.
Am I going to have to guide you? Is that what I'm here for? Am I gonna have to actually pay attention and stop skimming stuff so that I can?
I don't know. Let's see. You become more attractive to HVM, which I think means high value men. Carry yourself like you know who you are and what you want. Being confident, feminine, socially graceful, and happy is attractive to men who are seeking a quality partner to build a life with. High value men are genuinely not into women who are confused, who don't know who they are and what they want. I'm sorry.
I would very much agree with that. Confidence is sexy.
Hang on.
But
where are we sourcing this information from? I would like to see the statistics on this nonsense, all right? Who did we pull? And what demographics did we pull? And what questions were those demographics asked? And
stop being a Twitch hoe.
I'll fight you, bitch.
No, her. Happy.
Well, hi, Happy. How are you, baby?
Has a happy in my lap. And not that kind of happy, you pervs. Calm the fuck down. I have him. What?
Hello.
Or he wanted to see the puppy?
No, he wanted to give you pizza. Well, he didn't
not want to give you pizza.
This is why I need to get into a relationship. So I have people who just randomly come over and stuff pizza in my mouth while I'm streaming.
He got me a beard too.
Big.
Well.
Okay, let's go into number 4. But yes, confidence is sexy. I think I made that point 2 points ago. Yeet. Number 4, even if they're single and not looking, being high maintenance opens doors for work, friendships, and social status. Looking good, feeling good, and putting yourself out there opens doors. No high value man wants to be friends with a pick-me who is going to be an emotional vampire or a liability. You get access to quality friends when you're high maintenance. Literally, you are using the wrong vocabulary, ma'am. Okay? It's not high maintenance. It's confidence. Confident women, females. You get what I mean. Confident women. That is who you're talking about. High maintenance has a completely different to it. I'm so pissed off, not because of the advice and the shenanigans that goes on in this section, but because of the language being used here. It's inaccurate, and I don't like it.
Exactly. What you're describing is a confident woman, not a high maintenance woman. A high maintenance woman is one that's just like, I want what I want it now, and if I can't get my way, I'm going to pitch a fit.
Exactly.
Or I'm going to replace you with someone who's better and more fit. That's the part, because they are, what they're describing here isn't high maintenance, but what they are is actually high maintenance, because they take all of this and then they tack on the things like having a requirement for how much money he makes, or making sure he has a good job and is able to take you out and always pays for everything. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that's high maintenance.
Yes.
That's where it becomes an issue.
All right. So I have a question. Is there anything else in the handbook that we should be reading through, do you think? Oh, should we read the end words?
Jesus, it's a treasure trove of just bullshit. Like, goodness gracious.
We'll have to go back and read some of this nonsense and react to it for the people in the back who couldn't make this live session because it, like you said, it's a treasure trove. But I did want to address their table of contents, which starts out not bad. Table of contents, frequently asked questions, glossary of terms, sub-rules, FDS ideology, the FDS handbook required reading, okay, flare guide, and then we get into some fun stuff. Look at this. FDS approved dating books, FDS approved self-help books, FDS approved self-help articles. Also, the lack of capitalization for the help there after the dash is really pissing me off, but we'll skip that part. FDS approved helpline directory, FDS approved podcast, FDS approved YouTubers. Approved. FDS approved quotes. The FDS approved films and documentaries. It's like I stepped out of 1984, people. What? I'm sorry. What? are you going to regulate yourself? Honestly, truly, are you going to regulate yourself to the approved dating books, self-help books, articles, directory, handbook, guide shenanigans? All right, that someone else has decided is for you. All right, are we back in middle school here? Am I reading a list off of approved textbooks because some asshole Christian mom decided that the Harry Potter series was inappropriate for her little Jimothy because it had witches and that goes against her good Christian values? Are you
Jimothy?
The whole point of reading is to expose yourself to new ideas that might not line up with your current ideology. And if you can't accept that, then you, my friend, need to go into these. Why'd you distract me like that? You, my friend, need to put on your little straitjacket and go straight to the safe space pronto. Lickety split. Post haste. All right? I'm looking at I'm looking at the chat and they're just as bad as the nut button over there. He's got a button that says nut every time you push it, Eve. It distracted me.
I don't have a nut button. Should I get a nut button?
No, you should not
nut.
get a nut. You don't need the nut button.
Nut.
Did you hear that?
What? God damn it! When are we gonna put a like a ski mask on him and get him on stream? So I know you don't want to like dox what he looks like or anything, but
no, let's not dox what he looks like. But we could totally get like a caricature of him. Ooh, can I suggest Nightwing for the caricature? We need to get him on.
Let's do that.
Sounds like a fun time.
So he just has no camera on. He could just sit there and you know with the Nightwing picture for his icon. Name L Boyfriendo.
Right now.
He's what?
He's technically on stream.
He's not participating enough.
No, he's not participating enough. He's watching. What are you watching? Black Clover?
Yeah.
He's watching an anime right now. Speaking of which, I started watching Inuyasha today, and I'm in deep. I'm at episode 14. It hasn't gotten super angsty yet, although I did cry on the way home from work, in the car.
God damn.
You told me to burp. That's on you.
Babe, the chat's going nuts for your nut button.
Oh, yeah?
There's a nut button, says Zelathor the Blind.
Here.
Oh, no.
Honey. You can show them.
Here's the nut button. It just
says... my God, it's real.
I'm not kidding. This thing actually says when I press it. Like,
Good.
You want your nut back? Anywho.
There's an app.
We need a nut button bounty like Sinatra's horsecock. Yes, Daniel Fulman, I think we do need a nut button bounty. Babe, how much money do you want for a nut button press?
Oh, trust me, I'll nut for free.
Oh my God. Like I said, there's a... Wait, no, I don't want to say continuous guest.
Nut.
Do you have a nut button?
There's an app.
Nut.
There's an app, guys. It tracks how many times you press it, too.
Hijacked my women-hating stream.
We're 12. We're fucking 12.
I'm fucking 12. Everyone else is supposed to be older than me. I'm supposed to be the immature one. Don't you understand?
I mean, low key, Weebo, if you're 12, that means that your boyfriend's a pedo.
No.
Do you want to get into that?
Just because, all right, I said it on Twitter, I'll say it here again. Just because you can fit me in the suitcase and get me across customs, sneak me across customs without anyone noticing does not make it child trafficking, all right?
Kinky. Stuff you in the suitcase and get you across customs. Your kink is not my kink, Weebo.
No,
No, it's not turning him on.
don't king shame me.
I would never, babe. Stop deep throating your beer. Babe, can I have your nut button for a sec?
What makes that's a good question, Cavalier. What makes this woman stand out in front of the rest of the women to attract the attention of the high value man?
I'll tell you what makes this woman stand out. Her nut button. All right. There's something else that we need to discuss. Is it not? It's not there. There it is. It's not there. Yes, you're right, Skullmog Maggot. We do need a soundboard for the show. The FAQ section. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Let's make this bigger and better. Nut!
No.
FAQ. Isn't it anti-feminist to expect men to pay for dates? Is it? Is it? We don't expect men to pay on dates. We make our own money. That being said, any man that refuses to pay is deemed unfit to be a romantic partner. Women who have more to lose in a romantic... Women have more to lose in romantic...
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
STDs, pregnancy, etc. Bitch! It's 2020. It is 2020. Are you telling me that men cannot get STDs and or pregnant? I recall several articles in mainstream media regaling us with the pregnancies of bearded ex-women.
I'm just gonna point out I live in mortal fear of getting pregnant.
I'm sorry, what?
I live in mortal fear of getting pregnant.
You live in mortal fear of getting pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
Yeah, I do.
I love your beer, baby.
Yeah.
When is the due date?
Give me about 30 minutes.
Good to know. Therefore, a man must show her that he can provide when times are tough. The only type of man that asks you to pay half are low market men going on tons of unsuccessful date, resentful, or used to rejection. Yes, please. Or used to rejection. Fuckboys/squares? Squares? Therefore, they want to stay cheapskate because they are not confident anything will come of it. More on this here. We'll follow that link later, but I want to get through the rest of the FAQs because this is a gold mine of shenanigans. Thank you, my love.
Mm-hmm.
See? High value man right there. Cheers. All right. Why doesn't this sub talk about physical appearance? Aren't looks important for attractive high value men? Several of these questions are answered in this post. I would love to open it, but it hasn't been screened yet by Eve, I don't think.
What are we looking at? Most of these are actually fine. I haven't seen any dicks or anything like inappropriate. Most of it's just text.
We have not discovered any dicks yet. Good to know. 106,000 of these bitches. 106,000. That is half of a pandemic if we're going by COVID standards, right? Isn't the death toll in the United States like 200,000? Someone let me know if I'm right.
Worldwide is 200,000, I think, for the death toll.
Oh.
I could be completely off there, but
not Afghanistan. I don't give a fuck about Afghanistan. Come on. Oh, sorry. 114 million.
Deaths?
Deaths worldwide. Hang on.
And then again, it has been a while since I looked. So
370,000 cases. Okay, so it's a third of one pandemic. I mean, if this kind of thinking were a pandemic, you know that the mainstream media would be all over this nonsense.
I'm sorry, 223K for the U.S. Sorry, worldwide is 1.4 mil.
Mm-hmm.
I would point out that, when it comes to, I don't even get into COVID. This is a whole nother conversation.
There's a wiki. There is a wiki. Anyway, common dating scenarios. Let's go over that. I'm in my 20s and I'm dating a man more than 5 years older than me. What should I know about age gaps? Date, but do not be exclusive unless he's talking marriage. If they haven't committed by now, they're likely not going to. So don't waste your time being committed to them. Don't see him unless he's paying. At that age, he should have frivolous cash to treat you. Most of this topic can be found here. Hang on, I have a question. Hypothetical situation here, since we're talking about scenarios. What if he's 25 and you're 20? And he should have frivolous cash to treat you at that point? Excusey? You nuts.
I would point out.
Thank you.
I would point out that sure, he should be able to do nice things for you, but it shouldn't necessarily be cash, because if you're that materialistic, then this is my second point on that, is that if you're not willing to do the same, why would he want to?
Exactly. Why are you not being held to the same standard of contribution to the relationship as the man that you're dating? It's the man that you want to hold to the standard. Why are you not being held to that standard in a 5-year age gap relationship?
I just wish we'd stop having bitches that act like they're owed something. I have no problem with women acting like they deserve to have the only thing that you deserve is to have someone treat you with respect.
Exactly.
And even then, there's a caveat with that. And if you don't go around treating others with respect, you don't deserve it either. Because if you don't go around and respect other people, why the fuck would you expect that people would give you respect? This doesn't make any sense.
Most of the frickety frack thinks that they are the Cleopatra of women who can just demand some shit like they are the Queen of the Nile. I think the fuck not, bitch. Even the Queen of the Nile would not get this kind of nonsense without some intense negotiations.
There are women who think they can treat everybody like shit and still deserve a diamond ring the size of Kim K's ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
What kind of nonsense is this? Yeah, like I said, some entitlement going on here, just a little bit, just a smidgen. What's some of the worst dating advice out there? Oh, I'd love to hear this. Where do I begin? Some examples of horrible dating advice. Don't play games with him. Just sleep with him if you want to. Ask him out. It's 2020. You should forgive him if he cheated on you within the first few months of being serious. No one is perfect. You should know that post-nut clarity is a thing. You shouldn't be mad at him if he changes his mind about you. Okay, some of this is wonky ass advice. I agree that you shouldn't play games with him, so that's not bad advice. Like, if you just with somebody, don't play games.
If he cheated on you within the first few months of being serious, no one is perfect. No, no.
There's still time. Leave. Yeah.
Leave before you get attached and he does it again.
Exactly. Ask him out. It's 2020. Ask him out. It's 2020. Fuck off.
I agree.
You should know that post-nut clarity is a thing. Can someone explain that to me?
It's the concept of, post-nut clarity, its new Discord nickname. Congratulations, Zeltor. I'm glad you found that. So it's the concept of, we usually see it in like sitcoms and stuff when it's like two people have a lot of chemistry and they're really at each other, and and previously in said series they never really had a thing for each other, but all of a sudden these two characters are really into each other, and then they kiss or they sleep together, and they kind of go, yeah, no, I just thought you were hot. I guess after we actually culminated in the thing, it didn't really mean anything. It doesn't. I don't really like you like that. It's just I thought you were hot, and it's been a minute.
Basically, this is like the concept of dick goggles or dick vision.
Right. And once you get past that, you go, yeah, no, I didn't want that. But
Like,
I
it's one of those
think
nut
that
moments.
I think that anybody who's got that issue isn't very self-aware to begin with. So
Yeah.
personally, I don't know.
But it's dick vision, though. That's what you're getting at here. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, she's got boobs for brains, but can't
Mhm.
help it. She got tits for days.
Yolanda says, no one ever gives the cheating advice. No one ever does. I wonder why.
You shouldn't be mad at him if he changes his mind about you. No, you shouldn't. I mean, you could be heartbroken, certainly. But, like, people have the ability to change their minds about a person.
Yeah.
Especially if they go through a life-changing event. I mean, whomst the fucking you think you are, bitch, that you are exempt from reevaluation?
Don't get me started.
Exactly.
Don't get me started on a woman changing her mind.
Oh boy.
About something on a life-changing event situation. Don't I'm gonna leave that person's baggage in the baggage claim.
We have more FAQ to go through.
Yes.
Tired of dating apps. Where can I meet them? Can I just say, I'm proud owner of the title of I've never had a dating app account in my entire life. Thank you very much.
Except for that fake Tinder you made.
I didn't make that. Someone else made it and used my face. That doesn't count as me having a Tinder. If someone else made it.
Wait. Did she not just up there say, ask him out? Like scroll back up. Didn't she say?
She said that is bad dating advice.
Oh.
So
okay.
It's bad dating advice. Okay, so where can I meet men? Auto shows, boat shows, sushi bars, industry events, dance class, sports bars, not just any bar, professional sporting events, wine tasting, marathons, steakhouse, movie theaters, or classes. Definitely avoid regular bars. Sports bars are okay, and the gym. What the fuck is wrong with regular bars? I work in a regular bar. The fuck you talking about, bitch? Wait, hang on. Okay.
I'm more concerned with the idea that we're going, where do we meet men? Where do we meet men? We don't need men, but where do we meet men? And it's like, huh?
Anywhere. Go outside for once, you hoe bag.
Right? Like
anywhere. Literally anywhere.
Like that's the thing is like
why what is the obsession with sporting events though? Marathons, professional sporting events, sports bars specifically. Dance class, the gym. Like, are we signaling that we want our men to have ripped as fuck six packs?
Oh no! If you read on, I don't know if we've gotten into that part yet, but they have unreasonable standards for men.
Oh,
like Lenny Stanfield asked earlier, he's like, "What about men who are slightly effeminate?" And I'm just like, "Oh, just wait for it, honey.
Just you wait."
Because their standards for men are just ridiculous.
I asked my crush out, and now he's acting distant. What did I do wrong? You spoke to him first. If a man is truly attracted to you, then he will find any excuse to approach you. FDS does not believe a woman should ask men out on dates. That's stupid. Because men are just as susceptible to the whole cold feet phenomena as women are, all right? Sorry, but it's true. We're all humans, even if some of us have innies and some of us have outies. We are all human beings. Therefore, we have different levels of susceptibility to different human emotions. All right? So you do have to kind of gauge that per person, but you are susceptible, just as susceptible as every other person out there to the exact same emotions that any person can feel. Them's the facts. Eve, thoughts? Or no? Continue on.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I agree.
Oh, here's something.
I have nothing to add.
No, that's fine. He's sending me mixed signals. What should I do? Unmatch, block, and delete. You know, I can actually get behind some of this nonsense.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah.
If somebody is, well, I mean, I've definitely been in the situation where I've been the person who was unsure and probably sent mixed signals to someone, and she's gone, okay, well, I'm going to go over here. I'd be like, oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. Perhaps I wasn't as clear about my thoughts as I, should have been. I wasn't trying to send mixed signals. Let me be upfront with you about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then these are also the same bitches who'll be like, he should just understand me. He should just pay attention to what I like and read my signals. And it's like, okay.
You think that we mind readers or anyone's a mind reader? I think the fuck not. He either likes you or he doesn't. Don't waste your time. Life is too short for that kind of nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, baby, my love. Thank you so much for giving me third and fourth chances to say yes.
Yes.
Because we're talking about sending
Face is really shiny.
You sent quite a few of them.
I said I wasn't ready.
And proceeded to kiss me.
I was confused. All right, we don't judge.
Signal is?
We don't judge high school Weebo based off of high school Weebo. We judge. We don't
says men can
judge real life Weebo based off of high school Weebo. We judge real life Weebo based off of real life Weebo, not high school Weebo.
I can judge you however I want.
I love you.
I love you too.
Aww. Assassin says men can easily be put off by women. If a woman asks him out, it can be very emasculating. I disagree. I mean, granted, this is coming from a trans woman, but that was my ex literally had to go, okay, look, bitch, here's my number. And I was like,
what?
Oh, you want me? Oh, okay. You're giving me your phone number. Uh-huh. Call me. Okay. And then when I called her up and I was like, hi, how's it going? And she's like, I'd like to go out sometime. That ended up in a 10-year relationship. Again, that's coming from my perspective of someone who's fucked up with gender roles and stuff anyway. But that aside, I know plenty of men who were just like, I'm so glad that she approached me and just told me how she felt, because if she hadn't, then I would never have known. And, great relationships have come of those kind of things. In my experience, I've seen a lot of that happen. So, I mean, while some men can maybe be insecure about it, I just, that's their insecurity. So
we got 45 minutes.
Yolanda makes a good point, especially in this age of Me Too. It's preferable to be asked out by women, right? Because then okay, the woman is the one interested. You're not approaching her and you get Me Too to hell and back. So
it's fair. I can respect that mentality as someone who values security. When should I have the talk about making the relationship exclusive? The talk should be had when a man begins to actively have sex with you. This is where you set the terms and conditions, but you have to make it clear that you are not rushing into anything. The fact that you are cautious will make him want to prove to you that he is the best. There's a lot of assumptions here about the psyche of men, and I don't know where they're getting it from. Are they talking exclusively about high-value men? Which, by the way, there's a limited supply of high-value men, according to these women, all right? I would only say about, I don't know, a couple thousand exclusively meet exactly the criteria that they're looking for when they're talking about high-value men in this thing. And there are upwards of 100,000 women out there looking for these exact men. So the pool is not equal, which does create a lot of female competition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that this is conducive of a very successful movement, if that makes any sense. Because if there's one thing that women are, we all know this, petty ass jealous bitches they can be. I'm saying this as a woman.
Yeah, no.
Who attempts to avoid that kind of behaviorism.
Girl, Girl, it is a struggle. I struggle because motherfuckers be trying me, and I'm just like, I could be real fucking petty right now, but I'm gonna behave and be an adult and talk to you instead of just going.
This is why we have bitches who live with the mentality of not like other women. Which, yes, I could technically fit into that category, but I don't do it gracefully, all right? I went through that phase, I will agree. But now I recognize that there's not... Okay. All right. I know that this stream is titled Women Are the Worst. But in fact, it is a certain breed of woman that is the worst. And that breed of woman is typically along the lines of entitled, asshole-ish bitches would be the word, I guess. Someone who revels in their own grandiosity without actually considering the fact that, hey, they are just as human as everyone else. We all went through those grandiose phases where we were invincible or the shit, obviously. And some of us have grown out of them. Some of us have not. But the standards that we keep for high value people are going to exclude a large portion of the population. And if we don't expect the same kind of level of greatness out of ourselves, and I'm talking about this from the female dating strategy perspective, ourselves in terms of, hey, if we don't expect the same high value standards of ourselves as we do of the same men that we're dating, there's going to be a mismatch, right? These high value men are not going to want these entitled ass bitches. First up. Second up. I don't have a second up. Eve, thoughts?
I totally missed what you said there at the end. Sorry, I was distracted by three things. I was arguing with Assassin and chatting, and
by the female dating strategy standards, high value men, as they are determined, are not going to want the high value men that the female dating strategy is releasing into the world. You know, there's an unequal balance here, I feel like, and it's not conducive to a successful mesh in the relationship pool, because I feel like the expectations of men do not meet the expectations that are put onto women in this community. Because they do talk about being your best self, but there's no actual definition of what being your best self is. It's always just be your best self. Nothing too specific regarding that, at least from what I can see thus far. Would you agree?
I would agree. Like, as far as the standards of being their best self, they're looking at what they consider being a high value woman is just being confident in yourself and expecting, you know, they even go as far as in one section I saw, they said, you know, it's okay to want, to have your own job and provide for yourself and stuff like that, and have lots of money that you've earned yourself. But a man should also do that for you. You shouldn't have to be the one that supports yourself. He should support you. And I'm just like, that's not the same standard. But then they'll turn around in the same breath and put up, where was the part I saw where it was like, it talks about the two wings of a relationship, and those wings should be equal. And until men and women are treated equally, they won't be. It's like, but that's not equal. What you're advocating for isn't equal.
No,
and
it's
holding
not.
People to the same standard.
The position they're putting men in is of protector, supporter, provider, etc., etc. What they're neglecting is the other side of that coin flip, where the woman is equally indulging in these roles that the man is. And it's because they're so steeped in the gender role aspect, which is a complete divorce from what feminism has always been about, which is always been about. I say that very loosely because, let's be honest, it hasn't quite been about the natural equality of the roles for quite some time. But what I think it was second wave feminism or maybe it was first wave feminism, was about, which is a parody of the two roles. Where I think, okay, personally, if you want my perspective on the gender roles, I think that they can complement each other quite nicely. At the same time, I do think you have exceptional people out there, exceptions to the rule of the gender parity that can take up the mantle of the opposing gender if necessary, and vice versa.
Mhm.
And that shouldn't be something that is shamed. That shouldn't be something, neither of these things, gender roles versus taking up a mantle, shouldn't be shamed, because here's the kicker. All of humankind is going to be unique in all walks of life, because there is no one person, even if you have a set of identical twins who were raised together, they could come out completely divorced from each other in terms of personality, in terms of understanding, in terms of knowledge, because of their own unique life experiences. They will not be the same person. They will never be the same person. No two people will ever be alike, even if you get a set of identical twins, even if they are raised in the exact same household. And it's because of that beautiful, beautiful diversity of personality, thought, the union of all of these things that make up the human being itself. Because of all of that, why I think you shouldn't get too judgy about the way that people choose to live their lives if it works for them, if it is conducive of a healthy lifestyle to them.
The way I see that, how society. Sorry.
No, I was just ending that with a healthy is the big like crux of that argument, though. Has to be healthy.
The way I see it is that when it comes to like how we structure our society, our society should be structured for the majority, and the majority should be, the majority will say should be, the majority does actually behave in the way we expect. Men ask out the women. Men usually are the dominant ones and take charge in a situation, but not, like you said, not everybody's situation is like that. And we should also make allowances. We should have the freedom and the allowances for people to be able to go, yeah, this is the way everybody else does it, but this isn't how I want to. This isn't how I can, Sometimes a guy gets injured. I know plenty of couples who, as the man got older, maybe he became physically disabled. Monkey is a perfect and good example. For those of you who know Ranting Monkey, that he can't work anymore. His wife goes to work and brings home the bacon, and he streams trying to supplement income by what he makes online. But like I said, that's a perfect example of how the role of the provider has shifted in their relationship, because it had to. He couldn't provide anymore. So
that doesn't mean that you just dump his ass because he can't provide anymore.
Exactly. And that doesn't mean, she just gives up on loving him because he can't provide anymore. Of course, she still loves him. She's still there. She's still taking care of him. And that doesn't, like I said, that's a perfect example of how that forcing that on a society doesn't work. Is that going to be the norm? Yeah, the man is going to be normally going to be the provider for the woman, and she'll stay at home with the babies. Normally, for the majority, that'll be the truth. But there will definitely be people, a good chunk of them, that won't fall into that category, and that shouldn't be shamed in any kind of way. We should just encourage them to live their best life. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand what you're saying. And I have to apologize for my funny
What did he do?
He mooned me again on the street. Thanks, man.
Just mute your mic and recover and smack that ass.
Oh, I won't mute it next time. I'm just fucking
pow
over there and just go, you ready? Yeah, fucking what, mate? I would just like to say thank you to Janix, who donated to the Streamlabs, to say I have this much power now because I choose the right battleground and I choose the enemies I know I can win against. My battleground is my tactical mind in the battlefield, not as a politician where I could be arguing and lying to my own people, quote, quote. Who said that? I gotta know. I have to burp. And while we're doing this, what's wrong with casual sex? Sex shouldn't be had so easily. Well, that's a matter of opinion. I guess, personally, I wouldn't do it myself, but
Janik says he said it.
Her body, her choice. Oh, you said it. Okay.
I
Right
didn't
up.
just quote that from somebody. He quote that quote came from his brain.
Okay. Gotcha. I didn't realize that.
Casual checks.
Casual checks. Okay. Personally, I wouldn't engage in it, but that's because it's not conducive of what I want out of a relationship. But if that's what you need as a person, as an individual, because I'm all about that individual and what they want to do, personal freedoms, if that's what you want to do, go the fuck ahead and do it. So that's where I couldn't agree with this mentality. Well, one of many reasons why I couldn't agree with this whole ideology on its own is because I don't believe in telling other people what to do with their body, like telling people what to do. Of course, I will give people advice on what to do with their body, and I will give my disagreement and disapproval, but I won't actually order you to do yes or no thing with your body. Does that make sense?
Very much so. And I'm very much the same way. I actually had that disagreement with my mother the other day. She was upset about something that somebody said or did, and I was just like, why does it matter? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, who cares who they're having sex with?
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, it means it has no effect on me. I don't care. I have much bigger problems in my life to be worried about than who so-and-so is sleeping with. And who they choose to use their body with and what they choose to do behind those closed doors matter absolutely zero to me.
Exactly. The only thing that will be affected by your sex life is whether or not I choose to interact with you on a more regular basis, dependent on what it is that your sex life looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, like,
the only time that somebody else's sex life matters is when it crosses over into your life.
Exactly. Although I will say this, right? You can have an OnlyFans, and I will support your right to have an OnlyFans, but I will judge the hell out of you for having an OnlyFans.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You can judge me for my OnlyFans, Weebo, when I get one.
You're gonna get an OnlyFans?
No.
I should get...
That was sarcasm, but I've realized you're drunk and sarcasm's kind of flying over your
No,
head.
I get sarcasm. I'm still conscientious.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can say that word.
Conscientious?
I had trouble earlier. Conscientious.
Conscientious?
I messed it up there.
Oh.
I'll fuck you up, bitch.
No, you won't.
Can we get an OnlyFans for the nut button?
Fuck you up, bitch. I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch.
Chat, thumbs up, or type a 1 in the chat if you think that the nut button should have an OnlyFans. You could dress it up all sexy like with a bikini and whatnot.
Throw it inside one of the bras.
Pets.
No, that would give them too much. One of my older bras.
Sure.
I think I have some floating around out there. All right, FDS. I already had sex. Was too available for a guy I like. We're not exclusive. Can I do damage control? Date others and become less available. Focus on your hobby, friends, career, etc. Pull back while either light a fire under his ass. Will either light a fire under his butt or weed him out of your long line of suitors. 1, you're assuming that this bitch has a long line of suitors. That's not always the case. 2, quit playing games, you hoes. Let me tell you, there's one thing that I learned in life is that playing games complicates your life tenfold. Not worth it. Your life is too short. Stay the fuck out of it. You don't want that drama. You don't want that nonsense in your life. It makes for fun television, certainly. But it's not fun in real life. It's not.
I mean, focus on your hobby, friends, career, etc. And, you know, pulling back will either light a fire under his butt. I mean, in a sense of, okay, is there a problem? She says, I've already had sex / was too available for a guy I like. We're not exclusive. Can I do damage control? You're assuming that there's a problem when there hasn't necessarily been a problem. You just, like, maybe you dated for a week and then you put out, you know, I mean, which, okay, some people are like that. That's their thing. And they're comfortable with that. That's okay. It doesn't mean you just necessarily have to, You get what I'm saying? What is that eyebrow? What the fuck is that eyebrow? Just that.
Reading the chat, they want to... Babe, They want an OnlyFans for your butt and you in bikinis and such.
Okay, I'm down.
Of course they do, the perverts. Oh, I forgot. I did get a donation from Travis. And he goes, thank you for the donation, Travis. Complaining about women, I can do that all day. Yes, me too.
Does that make me your pimp?
You got a fur coat, Saya?
Yes! I do have a fur coat. You're right.
Yeah.
I bought it for $6. It's for a bit that I'm going to do at some point in the near to soon future. She said, even though she got it 2 years ago. Of course he'd be down, says Jacob Jett. Of course he would be. I have a feeling that El Boyfriendo is going to amass quite the fandom beyond what my current fandom is sat at.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna love El Boyfriendo, and then even when we forget about you.
They're going to fall in love with him, which is not hard to do. I'm going to be left in the dust. I knew it wasn't a good idea to mix romance and work. Romance, work. It's okay. It's fine. There will be fan fictions, I'm sure. What's wrong with watching porn? Question mark, exclamation mark. Watching too much porn can cause early erectile dysfunction in men. Really? Like for cereal? Eve? Is this true?
Extreme porn. Extreme porn. It's one of those things of extreme porn addiction. It becomes a fetish. Like you can't otherwise. You know, you can't get off otherwise. Only porn does it for you. But that's extreme. Most men's porn watching habits do not have that kind of an effect on them.
So you're saying that the large majority of the population is unaffected by erectile dysfunction due to watching porn then?
Yes.
Because it is an anomaly in the general populace. Good to know. Good to know. Fetish does not equal erectile dysfunction, says ERAU Snow.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say as well. Did I say that?
I don't know. Maybe. Yes. Red flags and deal breakers. We have a mega list here and here. Eve! They have 2 mega lists. Which one? First or second? Which one are we looking at?
First one. Always go with the first one. It's most important.
All right. Red flags. Signs a man should be cut off. Fuck! This post was originally deleted by the person who originally posted it. Fuck that noise. Hang on. Always check the Wayback Machine. Because you never know when something truly egregious has made its way into the archives of the internet. Guess what? It's still there.
Really? It's archived?
It's archived January the 16th, 2020. Let's see what we can procure.
So it says, Weebo, you know who I am, woman. That's no pilot. I wish he changed his name to match what he has on everything else, but...
What's up? What happened? What's going on?
ERAU Snow. Because even I have to look twice at him and go, wait a minute.
Well, you have to understand I'm 3 beers in.
She is. It's a problem.
Oh, this is actually kind of pathetic. Eve! All this hullabaloo over nothing. This was the list. 1. What is the most glaring red flag you've ever seen in a man? And 1. What is the most subtle red flag you've ever missed? All right, I guess we'll just go to the thing. Go down the list.
He only talks about himself.
He only talks about himself. 2. Only talks about himself. How is that both subtle and blatantly obvious? Makes promises, offers, but doesn't follow through. Doesn't share anything personal about himself. Surface level conversations only. doesn't tell you about his day or what he's doing, or his answers are always vague. He was with friends or fam doing stuff. Doesn't give you a firm answer when you ask him to hang out. Always a maybe. I'll see. I'll get back to you regarding a hangout. Okay, these are kind of red flags, but they're also indicative of a person who's just not super open in the onset, which I'm guilty of. A boyfriendo's guilty of, can be, right?
What?
You don't get super personal with a person right at the gate, right?
No.
Exactly. Like, some people are like that. Some people are surface level before they get to know you because they don't know you. And then once you've built up that rapport with them, they do share more personal stuff about themselves with you. They do tell you about more. But again,
Unless you're me, in which case I get life stories in the first time of meeting someone.
that always throws me for a loop. Like, I have some friends. Here's a real life example, and these are females that I find myself at certain points in time a little bit uncomfortable with because I don't know them nearly as well as the conversation and the topics of conversations indicate. So I have friends that I've known for a while, but we've never actually had those in-depth conversations. Not that I'm opposed to having them. I could totally. It's just a matter of we haven't done that naturally, and it hasn't been done in person, and I'd rather do that in person, etc., etc. I have no problem doing that. The problem is when we get into these large Facebook group chats that encourage the oversharing of information. Like, what's your most personal traumatic childhood memory? Or here's one that always gets me is there's been plans made to get a group tattoo.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, see, I knew that would get the reaction from you.
Let's not,
I
no.
don't have a tattoo.
Let's not get tattoo. Oh, I remember. Never mind.
I don't have a tattoo. I don't have
No.
a tattoo at this moment.
That's I know.
Have I told
I just
you
remember you did tell me the
I
story.
did tell you about this story. There's a little bit more to it, but I don't have it.
Well, I think this was also one of our private chats too, so I didn't know how much you wanted me to say on stream.
I'll
so
share what it is that I want to share. I'll get into a little bit more of it. I don't have a tattoo. I want a tattoo. I want to design any tattoos that
you didn't want that tattoo.
I did not want that tattoo. Not just because it was a group tattoo, but another reason too that was a little bit more personal. But I definitely did not want a group tattoo. I do not want a group tattoo.
And of course, Race took it there. Group nipple blades. What the fuck, Race?
How do we get from group tattoos to group nipple blades? Oh, boyfriendo's nodding. Yeah, no, if I'm gonna get a tattoo, like I've iterated on this channel, I'm gonna design it myself. And it's gonna be something personal to me, something that I've thought about for years and years and years. I'm not just gonna ink my skin because I had an impulse one day. I'm not like that. It takes me 2 years to buy monitors, for Christ's sake. What makes you think that I would be receptive to the idea of just casually going on a Saturday to get something permanently inked into my actual skin?
It took 30 minutes to buy a truck.
It took El Boyfriendo 30 minutes to buy a truck. I'm not like that. I will not have a car probably for the first 10 years of my natural free life until I decide to make that leap. Mama does not impulsively think. In fact, she does the exact opposite of that, and it is actually a problem she needs to overcome at some point. She'll probably seek therapy at some point. And when I say she and Mama, know that I am referring to Mama Weebs. That's me. Hello, drippity drip drip. All right.
Wait, hold on. Are you mommy or are you daddy? Because I'm trying to figure this out.
I am both mommy and daddy, right?
Yes.
You can't have both.
I can have both. I'm
I thought we
hyped.
established you were daddy and I was mommy.
Who's daddy?
You.
Who's mommy?
Me.
Well, when we're talking about our collective internet audience, I guess we could be mommy and daddy. Pursue things from a I am both the mother and I am the father perspective.
Single parent. Yeah, I gotcha.
My father was that way. I'd like to. No, I'm just kidding. Sidetrack. Where was I? Let's see some of these other red flags. Only talks about himself. Doesn't take my goals and dreams seriously. Porn. What the fuck is wrong with porn?
There's nothing wrong with porn.
Thank you.
Hey, Far.
This one is subtle. He shushed me. We were walking by his aunt's house, and he knocked on the shutter to call her just to say hi. And when I simply said a word or left, I can't remember which, he was about to say, shh. He started, but caught himself just in time. Too late. I saw the thing clear as day. There was never a second date. This guy was why would you take... Okay, first off. Second off. Third off. All offs. Why would you take your date to see your aunt on the first date?
He shushed you, and so he was controlling and dismiss. Wait, I'm sorry. I'll come back to that. Yes.
He was going to turn out to be controlling and dismissive. Bitch says who? Maybe he was trying to surprise her. You don't fucking know. Did you ask? Did you ask why he was...
shush another adult, especially when there's absolutely no... I shush people all the time. Weebo, shh.
I'll fight you, bitch. Do I take it to heart? No, of course not. Am I going to separate myself from Eve completely as a friend just because she shushed me? I think the fuck not. You know how many times I get shushed a day by El Boyfriendo? It hasn't been recent. When do you shush me?
I don't.
But if you did, what would you do it for?
Hush, Mustafa. Shh. Eve shushes people once every stream. That's so true.
Aw, you're so cute. Did you hear that? He'd only shush me if I was disproving my own self-worth. Because I have fucking hubris aplenty, bitches. For the most part. Sometimes.
Y'all are cute.
Suckers. Cuts you off when you're speaking without apologizing. Hey, everyone does that. I do that. And then when someone brings it up to me, I will apologize. But it's not like something you're conscientious about all the time. Does that make sense?
Look.
People need to talk to each other. See, point.
See, that's the thing to me is that they come up with this idea that men are supposed to be providers and protectors and guardians, but they cannot ever get in the way of what a woman wants. Cannot ever be dominant in any kind of way or in any way in control of the situation. The woman must always be in control of everything.
Oh, I don't like
but
that.
He also has to do. Yeah, they want the men to be slaves.
I don't appreciate that as a switch.
Wait, what?
As a switch, I don't appreciate that. The never and the absolutelys and the anti-Jedi speak. Only Sith steal that. That's Eve.
You said switch.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
We need to talk.
All right, thank you for the stream, lads. Weebo, get your shit out of your Conan room. Reaper's gonna yeet most of the fortress. I will get to it after the stream. Okay.
I did that this morning. That's what I spent like an hour and a half today doing, just moving all my shit out of the fortress.
So I just have to put it into my character's duffel bag and then yeet myself away from...
I would get you a couple of thralls or something to carry stuff for you.
I can do that.
Yeah, just open their inventory and give them shit.
A good thing I have the dual screen shenanigans going on because I can do that while we're watching movies probably later. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Eve heard a word. Eve just heard a word that she hasn't heard come out of Weebo's mouth before, and that's why I was like, wait, huh?
I thought when I did the BDSM tests, we had talked about this.
Oh, that's right.
This isn't news to anybody, right?
We did take the BDSM test. I forgot about that. I mean, mine was
I was wondering if I was going crazy because I do remember doing that.
pretty spot on, but
Yeah. All right, continuing on. Doesn't text a lot. I fucking hate texting. But that's because I have tiny little sausage fingers and I get things wrong all the fucking time. Trust me, everyone in the Discord already knows.
I just wanted to talk about the thing about being controlling and dismissive. Sometimes a bitch got to be put in her place. Like anybody who's watched S&M with me and Tally, dear fucking Christ, I have to go. Tally, shut the fuck up.
Yes.
And just because she just da 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 da, and she'll go, sorry.
Ooh, 14 talks about kids in marriage too soon. Is that a red flag though? I mean, like, okay, at what point is too soon? Is it the second date that's too soon, or is it 3 months in, or like? You have to understand that certain people have an understanding when it is that they're entering the dating field. Some people just do it for funsies. Some people do it with the intent that they're doing it to find a partner. That's me. I fall into that camp. If I'm dating you, it is with the intent that we are going to build a family and a life together.
Yeah.
That's the whole point behind why it is that I pursue a person. It has nothing to do with anything else. So why dick around with that nonsense? Truly.
I just honestly, I don't do casual either. I mean, that's just not me.
People are different. I understand that. What you have to understand is some people want to get that out on the table and not waste their time with anyone who is child free or who doesn't believe in marriage on the onset. Sorry, not sorry. Get over yourself. Not everyone falls into your camp.
That's dramatic race. Give Weebo babies or die.
Give Weebo babies or die. Did you hear that, babe? Give Weebo babies or die. Wait, no. Why did you just pretend to break your neck? You dick. We're going to talk about this later.
See, I would have, if I was in his shoes, I'd have gone a different direction with that. I'd been like, okay, come here, let's get started.
Does it correctly. She would have been like, all right, let's go.
Let's get started. Come on, let's make them babies.
I can't. Eve.
I mean, huh? Am I gonna have to be surrogate father because he just won't put out with it?
Are you putting Eve on that level of surrogate father?
Sure.
You do know that that's possible, right?
I just gotta stop taking my pills.
Okay.
I'm so red-faced right now, guys.
I decided that you would be the father of my children, though.
Yep.
Saying that you can be.
I want them to have them luscious locks.
That's true. I do have.
And then curls.
He does have nice hair.
He does have nice hair, guys.
Like, you guys think my hair's good? Oof.
Guys. Yeah, you think of that. I have nice hair. Ooh, you have not seen nothing.
What she said.
Luscious Greek boy locks. You know, I can actually braid it into a flower crown. It's really adorable. I love it. I love you.
I love you too.
Our babies are not going to have glasses because we have the exact opposite prescription.
Let's just say that's how that works and hope for the best.
What are you talking about, Eve? That's exactly how that works.
It's totally how that works.
What the fuck is this? Calling his exes crazy, generalizing about women being terrible crazy, has terrible relationships with his family, no respect for his mother. Okay, all right. I can see where this would be a red flag if he is you. Because, let's be honest, this whole Reddit has been a reflection of exactly this mentality right here. Calling his exes crazy, generalizing about women being terrible and crazy. Can someone say hypocrite, please? Please. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I feel like this is an exact description of the thing with which we are judging men based on. Does anyone else? Okay, good. It's not just me then. Excuse me, I burped again. Passive aggression when in public is a form of punishment for something he thought I did wrong. Can I have an example? I'm curious. Passive aggression is always not the best way to go about things, but
I'm just gonna point out that's hoe shit. Okay, women do that. Passive aggressiveness because of something that perceived slight or whatever. It's just like, you know what you did. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's actually what women do.
Oh, speaking of things that women do, putting himself down. He's either trying to get sympathy, which is manipulation, don't fall for it, being honest about who he is, so take it as a gift and move on, or expecting you to fix him. You aren't his mommy. Just like he isn't your sugar daddy?
No, but I could be your mommy.
Eve.
I'm sorry. I'm putting it back in my pants. I'm sorry.
Stop trying to make Chet jizz themselves. Please and thank you. I like how I just objectified you right there. Yeah. Just kidding. I'm just. Lives with.
Please objectify me. More attention than I get.
Girlfriend. How do you make that mistake? Lives with a supposedly ex-girlfriend. Yeet.
I'm gonna say red flag.
Well, it's a red flag, but how do you make that mistake even once? Like, genuinely.
Nobody is actually anyone's parents except their actual parents, yeah. I mean, like I said,
what the fuck is wrong with tailgating?
I won't be someone's mother, but I'll be someone's mommy.
Wait. What kind of tailgating are we talking about?
The one where you're bumper to bumper with the guy in traffic going 80 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking dick waiting to happen. Dick waiting to happen.
Slings the N-word with no hesitation. You're white, Neil.
Sings the N-word with no hesitation.
Sings the N-word. I mean...
I'm sorry, does that only exist for white men?
I don't have much cause to use nitroglycerin in a sentence or a song, but you know, I'll say it with impudency myself. Nitroglycerin, haha.
Says he could never imagine life without you. That's a manipulation tactic, and it's nasty. Are we really at 8:55?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's a manipulation tactic, but it's cheesy as fuck, and I'm not gonna go for it unless El Boyfriendo says it. Because let's be honest, you went a whole however many years prior to meeting me before.
Neil is the M-word now. I could never imagine life without you. Like I've said that before in a situation where it's like, hey, you know, I don't. My life was empty before I met you, or something like that. Again, it's one of those things of you're putting your eggs in one basket, and that basket is a person, and you shouldn't do that. But at the same time, I don't think it is being manipulative, at least not intentionally so.
I don't think so. Necessarily manipulative. There are certain things that... Okay, all right. I'm going to leave off on this note with 4 minutes left in this stream because we can't be here forever. As much as I would love to do this with Eve forever. Eve's got to do. I got a movie night to get to with Polydub.
Tell Mr. Dub I said hi. He never calls. He never writes.
No, I will yell at him for you. But I would just like to leave off on this. We were talking about... Fuck, what were we talking about? Manipulation. Manipulation gets a bad rap. Despite the fact that manipulation is present in literally every aspect of your entire existence. Right now, I'm wearing makeup, and that is a manipulation of your senses to perceive myself as less acne-prone on the chin as I normally am. Is that bad? I don't know. It's up to you.
I mean, y'all literally watched me put on makeup to cover up some of the redness on my face because I've been laughing and giggling at her.
What I'm getting at is simply denoting something as a manipulation doesn't make it bad. It just makes it a manipulation. Whether or not you feel like you've been deceived or actively adjusted in a way that you don't normally think that you would be going in if you hadn't been deceived or, manipulated. That's up to you. But it is entirely a subjective feeling to feel like you've been manipulated. And no, I am not saying that the act of manipulation should go unnoticed, uncorrected, and called out. There are certain forms of manipulation that you definitely need to call out if they so happen to be a part of your everyday life. For instance, someone's guilt tripping you. That is a form of manipulation. It is a shitty form of manipulation, though, is the difference. Manipulation happens every day, all the livelong day. The type of manipulation, how it affects you, and how it makes you perceive the world around you, that is what matters. It is just as much in the intent as the result that you should care about, not the fact that it happens.
You mentioned being a switch earlier, and you got me thinking about BDSM stuff. But I will liken it to something to do with the BDSM community. There's a thing that people talk about when you have a dominant and a submissive in a BDSM dynamic of the submissive lets the dom dominate them. The submissive, I'm not going to get into details, Skull, calm down. The submissive has to give that consent to be dominated. And I'm getting another donation all of a sudden. I'll read it out in a minute, but the submissive has to consent to being dominated by the dom. And though the submissive may have seen it all and may know exactly what's coming, the submissive is still, going, I see that play. I see that that attempt to manipulate me into doing something. And I'm going to let you because it's what I want. It's like, it's like you said with the makeup. It's like people know that you're wearing makeup. It's obvious that your lips aren't cherry red, but
yeah,
they still nobody feels the need to point out that's not your real lip color. It's like, well, obviously,
yeah. It's simply an adjustment in the perception.
Mm-hmm.
And you can fall for it completely.
I mean, have we addressed me? An adjustment of perception. I mean,
some adjustments of perception can be sketchy as fuck, done with ill intent, but you have to make that call yourself. Some of them are not that bad. And yes, Eve points out a really good point. Some aspects of BDSM are a manipulation.
But whether you think that manipulation is intended to
hurt you, harm you, or...
Right. It is the intent behind it. Because if you think about it, every time you go see a therapist, they're technically manipulating you. Every time you have an interaction with your boss at work, they're manipulating you in some way. And there are two different ways. There are a couple different aspects to be aware of. Is one, are you aware of that manipulation? Two, is that even if you are aware of that manipulation, do you believe that this manipulation is to cause you harm?
It's not so much deception either, because you can be manipulated without being deceived. You know very well when it is that a person is leveling the guilt trip on you. It's not a deception. It is simply expressing a level of badness, I guess, because it could mean a number of different things. It could be manifested in a number of different ways to get you to feel bad in order to get you to do X, Y, or Z thing that person wants. Mm-hmm. What I'm getting at is it's fucking nuanced as shit. And just because something is a manipulation doesn't necessarily make it bad. Which is why some of this stuff rubs me the wrong way. In the female dating strategy subreddit, which honestly, Eve, should we revisit this at some later date?
Oh, hell yes. There's plenty of material here.
Exactly. So we are about 2 minutes over from where I was that I wanted to stop. We will come back to this at an undisclosed date.
Real quick, I got another donation from Travis. He says, 2 of my favorite people in this hellscape. Thank you for the stream. Thank you, Travis.
Aw. Much hearts.
Favorite people in this hellscape, meaning YouTube.
Respect. So I would like to close out with this. Gentlemen, ladies, variants thereupon, reptiles and such.
Reptiles and such.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for enjoying the shit show that was the Female Dating Strategy subreddit with us as we delved into the shenanigans that was the internet and all of its fun little gifts that it provides us. Thank you so much for your discussion in the chat. We deeply appreciate it. All of your super chats, definitely deeply appreciate it. This show is brought to you guys by you guys, and it's for you guys. So if you want to see more of this, definitely subscribe to both myself and KS Eve. Both of our links, all of our shenanigans is in the description. It is entirely up to you. I don't want to push anything on you, but it's there if you want it. If you don't, whatever. You want to shill before we sign off?
I think you got all my links. Yeah, you got Twitch, Twitter, S&M, YouTube,
I'm
Twitter,
fuck.
Streamlabs. Yeah, I mean you got me, girl.
Yeehaw, motherfuckers!
My links are in the description, guys. Come by and hang out. I will be streaming on my Twitch channel after this, so.
Oh, you are?
Because
Okay.
I was supposed to go on live an hour ago, but we were having
Sorry.
fun. We were having fun. And
Right.
my Twitch channel operates on my schedule, not when other people say so.
Respect. Sorry, I didn't think to have. I didn't know that we were doing this stream until we were doing this stream.
I gave consent for you to manipulate me into being an hour late for my stream, Weebo.
Can't throw it back to our conversation about manipulation. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the chat, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you when we see you next. Actually, I'll see you tomorrow because cocktail hour's tomorrow. But
Cocktail hour.
see you later after this stream for her Twitch stream. So I hope you guys enjoy all that nonsense. Like I said, we'll see you when we see you next. And
Hang on. I want to join in. Wait. Okay.
hang on. Oh, boyfriendo, do you have anything that you would like to tell the chat before we sign off?
Not. Not.
He's got a nut button now.
I do. It's an app.
Boyfriendo. All right, ladies, gentlemen of the oh, I forgot that this is the bar background for cocktail hour, isn't it? Oopsies.
Oops. Oh well.
You can't stay here, but you don't have to go home. But get the fuck out of my bar. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.